Good evening, you all. Hope everyone had a blessed day. I'm just sitting here helping my son clean up his room and organize his laundry some, because we all know if mama don't do it, it won't get done all the way right. Mind you, this is my 8-year-old, so that's why I say that. I just wanted to make this video to touch on and talk about the very controversial topic of kids using these different platforms. A little bit of the backstory is that I commented on a newscasting of the young 15-year-old boy who met someone off of Roblox, decided to meet up with them, and was unfortunately abducted. Like I said, I commented that I don't allow my children to play Roblox. The content and the stuff on there is like not okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I allowed my son to have it, for my oldest son, my 11-year-old, to have it for a short period of time, but I will watch what was going on, and I completely didn't agree with it, so I stopped him from doing that. As well as I don't allow them to have a Facebook, a Instagram, a TikTok. Obviously, we're on YouTube, but that is content that I selectively put out and monitor. And so I never thought I would get so much flack. I got like 106 likes on, my comment, but obviously there's the negative Nancy's that have to come along and project and, just be negative for whatever reason. And so there were so many people that were like, oh, you're doing your kids a disservice by sheltering them, and they're going to end up falling prey or victim to scammers of the internet, this, that, and the third. And I would just personally like to know your line of thinking on this topic. All's to say, because I ended up having to delete my comment because there was this gentleman and he wrote like a book response, basically. And what he said in the couple sentences, because I didn't read the whole thing, is that he's not even a parent and how he ended up being a shelter child and so forth. Like I said, I didn't read the rest of it, so I don't know the rest of what he said. But so then I responded to him, basically just stating, for context, all my children are under 12, as well as I put that, for my children, it's going to be school, books, sports, board games, and overall interacting with my children, because engaging with your child is way more important than allowing them to be on these mind draining platforms, and who remembers when we didn't have all this technology and stuff, and we was always outside till the street lights come on and, playing with our friends and having more fun, but that's not the world we live in anymore. And so much of this technology and stuff is being pushed on them while they are on, homeschooling, and they do use their computer. So they're not completely banned from the internet, but yes, I do monitor them. I do monitor their use. I do monitor what they are doing as far as the World Wide Web, because it's not always safe. So for people to be like, I'm sheltering them, no, they get to experience other things, just not these specific platforms. And it just is what it is. Just not those specific platforms that have been deemed problematic, with children being lured, with children entertaining adults that they think are children, as well as following lawsuits that, ended up happening. And so then Fox News decided to delete my response to him, but not delete what he said. And so a lot of times when that happens, they're clearly picking, hi baby, they're clearly picking and choosing what truth people want to speak, when it should be freedom of speech. It's not always so if someone is, speaking from a place of truth. And so therefore, like I said, I deleted the whole thing. So I wanted to make this video because I guess I'm just mind blown at how At the end of the day, nothing I said was judging anybody else's parenting, what they choose to do with their children. I was just speaking my piece, as well as I said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord because we love God. Amen. And I had someone like saying like, that's where that's your problem right there. And da 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 da. Like I said, all projections. And I wasn't about to go back and forth with no atheists. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own beliefs. But for my children and what I feel is what's right for them as a single mother, and I'm just making the best choices that I can. I just want to say I appreciate the people that did leave positive comments. I think there was like 32 comments, and a lot of them were positive. A lot of them were saying, you know, we live in a weird, sick world. It's good that's kind of the way that I'm moving. It's wisdom, you know, protect your kids in the way you feel. Just a lot of positivity. And while I shouldn't be responding to the negativity, I guess I just am trying to get a better understanding, because like I said, with my children being under 12, it's not to say that I won't ever let them use these platforms. But as for right now, no, that it's a hard no. And even when they become 16 or whatever, I'm still going to monitor them if they decide that they want to use those platforms. And I had the guy saying, oh, you're going to shelter them. They're not going to like be street smart and all that. First of all, let me say I'm from Tacoma to Compton, and I talk very openly with my children and have a lot of endless conversations about how not only how to conduct themselves, how to stay out of jail, how to make good choices, how to be an upstanding citizen that makes good choices and be an addition to society. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through a lot. And so, like I said, I'm just parenting them to the best of my ability and what I feel is right for my household. And so, yeah, drop your comments down below. Like I said, I'm sure there's going to be some negative ones because there always are. And I'm just going to pray for them. Outside of that, I still would like to listen because, you know, it's okay to take constructive criticism, but not when it's projecting, not when it's meant to basically talk down on what I'm choosing to do for my children. It is late, and so I'm going to get back to what I was doing. I just wanted to drop this video real quick because I'm very interested in overall other opinions, as well as engaging more with my subscribers, which we appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? It's real over here and it's all love. I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will drop some more videos soon. Bye-bye.